Look, I was studying Moses. Okay, let me not lie. I was watching Prince of Egypt recently. Yeah, I nearly said I was studying, and then I remembered I'm talking about God, and it would be a bad place to start. I was watching Prince of Egypt, and something struck me. Sometimes the solution that God will give you will actually look like the problem itself. Because when Moses' mother put Moses in that river to try and save his life, she was hoping that God would protect him from the Egyptians. And isn't it interesting that God delivered him right to a woman whose father gave the order to kill all the Hebrew babies? God's ways are not our ways. His thoughts are not our thoughts. We can't see the full picture, but we just have to trust God. He knows what he's doing. Now, if you want a fuller explanation, have a look at the YouTube page where I'll be able to continue, because unlike TikTok, it allows me to talk for long. Anyway, see you soon. So you can imagine that I was just saying that, sometimes the solution that God will give us to our problems that we're praying about, that we're worried about, will actually look like God has actually taken us from frying pan straight to fire. Because when you think about it, Jochebed, that's Moses' mother, she obviously knew, what Pharaoh said about all these babies, and she would have been like trying to conceal this baby, shushing it every time it cries. She made a basket to put her baby in. Listen, I'm a mother. Do you know what it takes for a woman to put her baby in a basket and send that baby down the river? That's why, when you get all these asylum seekers who get on a boat, entire families risking their lives, believe me, what you're running from has to be so much worse than the fear of drowning. But anyway, I'll leave that there. Now, this woman made this basket. She put this baby in. The whole time she must have been praying, God, if you hear us, if we're your people, at least save my baby. Any good mother would die for her baby. And she puts this baby in the river, and she sends the older girl child. Notice she did not send Aaron, she sent Miriam, because obviously Pharaoh had not given the order to kill the girls. She sent Miriam to go with Moses, see what happens to Moses. So you can imagine, I'm just imagining, how did Moses' mother feel when Miriam ran back and went, oh, guess what? Someone's found Moses. And she's like, oh, please let it be, maybe a merchant, maybe someone who's going to take him away to like a land where he'll be safe. No. Moses was taken to Pharaoh's daughter. Pharaoh's daughter found Moses. Can you imagine the shock, the confusion, the disappointment, the anger, the pain that Jochebed felt? She must have thought, God, you've really abandoned me. And let's face it, that baby was circumcised because, well, that's what the Hebrews did. So it's not like Pharaoh's daughter did not know that Moses was a Hebrew's baby. Okay, because I believe they circumcised on the 8th day, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm sure someone will soon correct me. But it shows the power of God, that if God has decreed it, if he has said something will happen, there is no power, no Pharaoh on earth who will be able to stop it. And in fact, God loves to use the simple things to confound the wise, the powerful. God used the baby to disarm Pharaoh's daughter's heart. I don't know what you're praying about. I don't know if it feels like God has delivered your baby to Pharaoh's daughter. But hold on, you don't know the full story yet. Trust God. He's a good God. He is a good God.